Hey, Skol Vikings family. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? Can you believe it? It's barely October, and our Minnesota Vikings are already turning this 2025 season into a heart-pounding thriller that keeps us yelling at our screens from dawn till dusk. I'm your die-hard Vikings fan here, fired up and ready to dive into the latest from Vikings news. Because if there's one thing I love more than a Justin Jefferson deep ball, it's breaking down the chaos that's got us all on the edge of our seats. Stick with me through this roller coaster ride of highs, lows, and that unbreakable Skol spirit. We're talking injuries stacking up like a bad Jenga tower, a brutal drop in the power rankings after that gut-wrenching Dublin defeat, and a must-win showdown in London that could flip our script or send us spiraling. Who's ready to unpack why our boys are flashing brilliance one quarter and fumbling the bag the next? Let's charge in. Through 4 games, our Vikings are this wild enigma, aren't they? We've got those electric bursts of dominance that make you pump your fist, like that epic fourth-quarter comeback against the Bears in Week 1, where we clawed back from the brink with sheer grit and a defense that swarmed like angry hornets. Or remember the first half of our Week 3 home thriller versus the Bengals. We owned the line, stuffed the run, and had Cincy gasping for air, up by double digits like the beasts we know we are. But man, over the rest of this young season, it's been a grind, tight-as-nails games where we're spotting points to squads that, on paper, shouldn't lace up against our talent. Against the Falcons and that Steelers crew, we've been playing catch-up way too often, and it stings because we all see the potential bubbling under the surface. What's killing me, though, is how these close calls expose our cracks. Trailing for what feels like an eternity, with the crowd's roar turning to anxious murmurs. Picture this. Our offense sputtering early, then exploding late, but not quite enough to seal the deal. Stats don't lie. We've surrendered leads and chased shadows, and as fans, we're left wondering if it's coaching tweaks or just bad bounces. But here's the hook that keeps me up at night. With injuries hitting harder than a blindside blitz, can we rally before London turns into another what-if? Hang tight, because next up, we're ripping into that injury apocalypse that's testing our depth like never before. Injuries, folks. It's like the football gods decided to test our Vikings' resolve early and often, piling them up at a clip that's got me pacing my living room like a caged lion. We're talking opening day starters potentially sidelined at quarterback with J.J. McCarthy nursing that nagging high ankle sprain from Week 2, turning Carson Wentz into our reluctant hero who's flashed some magic but can't work miracles alone. Then there's the running back carousel. Right tackle Brian O'Neill banged up and out, left guard Donovan Jackson sidelined by wrist surgery. Heck, even our center Ryan Kelly's in concussion protocol for the 2nd time in a month. His 5th career hit to the dome-raising eyebrows league-wide. Add middle linebacker and edge defender woes to the mix, and it's no wonder our line's leaking like a sieve. This kind of attrition would cripple any roster. But for us, a squad loaded with blue-chip talent from top to bottom. Shout out to Kwesi Adofo-Mensah's draft savvy and Kevin O'Connell's wizardry. It's downright painful to watch. We're among the NFL's worst in sacks allowed, with Wentz under siege like he's dodging paparazzi and penalties. Top 5 in flags thrown, turning promising drives into 3-and-outs that leave you slamming your remote. I mean, come on. Our O-line's been reshuffled so much, it's like musical chairs with helmets, and yet guys like Christian Darrisaw are battling back from knee surgery just to hold the fort. But here's where my blood boils with hope. We've got depth pieces stepping up, backups grinding like vets, and a bye week looming like a purple oasis. What do you think, Skol Squad? Is this the fire that forges champions? Or are we one more hit away from panic mode? Drop your takes below. I read every one. Up next, we're zooming in on that power rankings plummet that's got analysts questioning our frontrunner soul. Brace yourselves. Oh man, the sting of those Week 5 power rankings hit like a missed field goal in overtime. Our Vikings, sitting pretty at 2-2, just tumbled to number 19 in NFL Spin Zone's latest drop, courtesy of Sayer Bettinger's sharp pen that doesn't pull punches. Coming off that dominant Bengals beatdown where Isaiah Rodgers lit it up like a fireworks show, we jetted to Dublin full of swagger, only to get outclassed by a middling Steelers squad that played like they owned Croke Park. Bettinger nailed it. Frontrunners. A gut punch label for a team that's supposed to contend, not crumble under international lights. With Wentz slinging it amid chaos, and a late Steelers gaffe handing us a shot to tie or snatch victory, we couldn't capitalize. Classic Vikings heartbreak. right? Dive into the numbers, and it's brutal. We've trailed the scoreboard for 10 full quarters combined against the Bears, Falcons, and those black and gold bandits. Our offense gasping in the first half like it's allergic to rhythm. Sacks? We're hemorrhaging them. 6 against Pittsburgh alone, with Aaron Rodgers dissecting us like a film session gone wrong. And penalties? Flags flying faster than terrible. Towels, derailing drives, and fueling that what could have been narrative that's got Vikings news buzzing. Bettinger's point lands hard. Rodgers' legacy game was a blast, but leaning on unsustainable heroics won't cut it in this league. Yet, in the ashes of that 24-21 defeat, where Kenneth Gainwell's 2 TDs and TJ Watt's pick six sealed our fate, I'm clinging to the fire in our veins. We're not done, we're dented but dangerous. Tell me, Purple Faithful, does this ranking fire you up to prove the doubters wrong? Or is it time for a reality check? Hit the comments. Your passion fuels me. Coming up, we're dissecting if this mess is fixable before Cleveland's D-line feasts in London. Can we fix this, Skol Nation? That's the million-dollar question hanging over US Bank Stadium like a nor'easter, especially with Week 5 staring us down against one of the league's most feared fronts, the Cleveland Browns, rolling into London with Myles Garrett hungry for blood, potentially down to our third-string center after Kelly's concussion woes and Michael Juergens' hamstring tweak from the Steelers' scrap. Our O-line's thinner than a goal line stand, and protecting Wentz or whoever's under center feels like herding cats in a hurricane. We've outclassed backup QBs before, but with rookie Dylan Gabriel stepping in for Cleveland's turnover-prone Joe Flacco, this matchup screams upset potential if we don't gel fast. The brutal truth? Our early season snakebites, injuries, poor protection, first-half fades, have us chasing ghosts, averaging just 16.5 points per game when we should be lighting scoreboards ablaze. Against the Browns' 1-3 squad that struggled offensively but boasts a top-tier D allowing under 17 points max, we can't afford another slow start. London time zones already mess with jet lag, add third-and-long nightmares, and it's a recipe for regret. But flip the script. Our defense has flashed shutdown mode, and a win here catapults us to the bye at 3-2 healthy reinforcements inbound. I'm optimistic because that's what we do. Rise from the rubble, Skol chants echoing across the pond. What about you? Wentz for MVP in a bounce back, or time to unleash the backups? Sound off. As we wrap this Whirlwind Vikings news update, remember, we're built for battles like this. We've dissected the flashes, the fractures, and the fight ahead. Our Vikings are battered but breathing, 2-2 with fire in their eyes and a London redemption arc begging to unfold. From Dublin's despair to Tottenham's triumph potential, this season's teaching us resilience, one punishing snap at a time. We've got the talent, the coaches, the fans, us to turn tides. So, Purple Warriors, if this got your blood pumping like a fourth-quarter rally, smash that like button to show the algorithm we're here to stay. Drop your hottest takes in the comments. What's your bold prediction for Wentz versus Gabriel? Who steps up on that patched-up line? And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button now. Join the Skol Squad for weekly Vikings news deep dives that'll keep you ahead of the pack. Share this with your fellow fans, because together we're unstoppable. Until next time, keep the faith. Chant it loud. Skol Vikings.